Hello everybody and welcome back to the Old Stream Farm. Now today we've got quite a different thing to do. It is basically using the fast forward mod. Basically this allows us to elapse a large period of time in a very short period of time. So you may be thinking, well yeah, that's a good idea, but surely you're only going to skip the night time with that. Well actually no, what I'm going to do is skip a few days. The reason for this is because what I really want to do, as this is our sheep farm, I really want to try and get as much money out of the wool as possible. Obviously to do this, we have to spend quite a bit of time while the sheep produce their wool. So yeah, I don't really want to just sit around in real time because it'd probably take about 4 days. So instead we're going to do it in super fast time. What is it, about 120,000 times or something? Something fairly crazy. But first, what we need to do is get a bit more feed. We have to fill the sheep's trough up and their water trough to the maximum level, then skip the time so they've got enough to live on, and then once that time has elapsed they should have loads of wool. While the time is going really fast, we'll be moving the pallets out of the way because they'll be spawning pretty quickly. Going to be using the compact tractor and skid steer loader for this job. But yeah, first of all we do need to do a bit of mowing because they require some grass. You can see they've made a bit of a mess. So yeah, just first of all let's just jump into the compact tractor, tidy things up a bit. Otherwise we're going to make it look even messier if we go skipping 4 days without tidying anything up at all. So here we go. Probably out of cab view is a good thing here. As I've said before, it doesn't have to be really clean. All we have to do is just, you know, get the majority up, make it look at least half decent. Should do us fine. Right, let's tip this into the trough. Extra food. There you go. Put this to one side. Then we need to find the mower. Yes, where is the mower? Not too sure. Just park it up. Oh yeah, we need to have the forage wagon as well. So 2 pieces of equipment are required. I have lost both of them. It's a good start. There is the forage wagon. Where is the mower? It would be better to put the mower on first just because of the angle we have to go in at. Where is it? Where is the mower? Ah, the disappearing IBC. You see straight in front of us, well, to the left hand side of the tractor, up the ramp there, you see nothing? Well, if we zoom in, now you see an IBC. Nothing? IBC. Nothing. I have found the mower. It is in fact behind there, and that is the wrong type of mower. What we need ideally is a front mower. So what I've done is I've just bought one. You should be able to see it in here somewhere. There it is, the Novacat, which does have a bit of an issue because this tractor's got a fixed front weight. So this tractor can't actually be used for this job. Unfortunately, it would have been quite nice, but there you go. I don't think we can take it off. You may be able to customise it, not too sure. Anyway. This of course means we have to jump into the John Deere, not the compact tractor, the full scale tractor. Here it is with the plough. Yeah, I had a question last time about doing the ploughing, and I think I did it okay. Obviously there was a few comments, but I don't know if they were right. Apparently I did it wrong, according to about 3 people. Maybe I did, but it looked okay, so hope for the best. Either way, it is still ploughed, so even if it was wrong, it works. But yeah, one person said, yeah, not surprised you're so tired after this episode because you did so much stuff. I did try and cram in a lot of jobs last time. Right, this is the plough removed. This is a very mucky tractor. We have the front weight on which needs to be removed as well. We can put it next to the invisible / solid IBC. Sometimes you see it and sometimes you don't. Is it solid? Let's just see. It should be. Okay, it is invisible. Clearly just one of those map objects which disappears when you go a certain distance away just to keep it running smooth. Yes, so let's transfer the tractor. We need to put this tractor onto the forage wagon which is just over here. Then we'll head up to the store, attach to the mower, which should fit nicely onto the front, and this tractor's got more than enough power for it. But of course we do need to choose a good field as well. Basically any grass field would do, because we own every field, every grass field. Grass 3 is quite a tempting one to do. I quite like to be up at the top of the map there. We don't really do much up that end, so yeah. We have been to the bottom a few times. We've sold the straw there and also the wool. We'll be going back there again today with the wool, but of course this time I'm going to take the skid steer loader with us to unload it properly, because before we were just sort of doing the accelerate and brake thing just to get it to fly off the back, which works, but it really doesn't look too good at all. So yes, we're going to do it properly today. I don't know how many pallets of wool we're actually going to get, but it should be fairly impressive. A lot of time is going to pass very quickly. Right, there we go. So essentially what we need to do is turn left at the end of here, then continue round until we get to grass number 3. Grass field number 3. We'll have to indicate. Please remember to stay on the correct side of the road. That's the issue with doing a European map and also an English map. You tend to forget. But grass field number 3 is just over there. Yeah, we can cut through here. Good little cut through. It's also like a fairly bumpy track as well though. Right. So there it is. Oh, there we go again. Wrong side of the road. It's a bad habit to get into. That field is definitely big enough. We're not going to need too much. Where is the gate? Maybe I should have just stayed on the other road. The gate could be... Ah, yes, it's here. Oh, it's already open. Fantastic. So let's get going. PTO. PTO. It does help. Wait for it to rev up a bit. There we go. And this should all work very smoothly. Of course we can't turn too tight because it will miss it and it won't pick it up. So we've got to do some very gentle steering. Also these fields haven't been fertilised, so it's going to be fairly limited what we get off it. But clearly not too bad, already 7% full. This could be tricky. Gonna have to turn fairly tight here. Oh, mind the fence. Pretty good. Keep it gentle around here, mind the pylon. 18%. So yeah, all we're going to have to do is probably 3 or 4 laps of the field and then we're going to be full. Now the sheep may or may not require all of this in one go. It's actually better if they don't, because it means we can top it up as the time elapses. Again, the same with the water. We're going to have to obviously top it up first of all and then keep some in supply so that we can boost it while the days are passing. I don't know how many days are actually going to pass, probably about 3 or 4. But even that is going to be a fair bit. A lot of wool can be produced in that time. Now surprisingly, we've already cut a fair bit of this field. It is filling up fairly slowly. We're not going to be able to take the whole field in. I suppose it would look neater if we did. But yeah, already way more than expected. We are 75% full, so a quarter of the capacity left to go. You can probably tell anyway. And then it's going to be over to the sheep. But before we can speed up time, I need to remember where to get the water from. I think the streams on this map are real water, if that makes sense. So we should be able to take it out of there. But of course, we are going to be charged for the water which we take. Despite it being out of a stream, yeah, it still costs money. Okay, 90% full. We have just 8% remaining. Over 20,000 litres of grass, that is really good. 95%. This should be the final straight, and then we'll be done. The beeper is going. And There we go. Job finished. Has it lifted up the pickup? Yes, it has. Makes it easy. Now, over to the sheep. Feeling quite heavy, you can tell, because it takes a long time to accelerate going uphill. I suppose, yeah, 21,300 litres of grass is going to be fairly weighty, even though this is the smallest one. Smallest forager. Ah yes, we better fold this up too. Otherwise we're going to be taking out the cars on the way back, which probably won't go down too well. Here comes a car now, we could have tried it out. Right, here we are. So, they've already made a mess. I suppose when you've got over 100 sheep, they are going to make a mess. It's sort of expected. We'll unload what we can do. Wow, they took 59%. Instantly. That pretty much just reflects the amount of sheep we own. Okay, that's fine. Let's put this over here. We'll jump into the case tractor. And actually, no, that is going to be a good idea. Let's leave it here. We can just keep pressing I every time we need to unload a bit more. Every time we need to top up. That is so simple. Right, good. Into the case. The water tanker is just over here. But yeah, this is not a very big tanker, so it is definitely going to have to be filled up. Possibly even twice, maybe even 3 times. Hopefully just twice, because otherwise it's going to cost a fair bit of money. Despite us making a fortune off the wool. I've never really done sheep properly. We never actually worked on the sheep properly. So it is going to be nice to do this. First opportunity I've had. Ever since the release of FS17, this is the first opportunity to properly make some money out of the sheep. We've always owned sheep, but we've never actually been able to make money. We haven't had enough, and we've been focusing on other stuff. Right, so the first stream is somewhere here. How do we get there? Let's just drive in here. You see, you've got to submerge the back of it. A surprising amount, actually, to be able to register it to fill up. Should work, though. It's definitely real water. Not just a textured water plane. Oh no, that's good. Obviously it's been done properly here. You don't have to drive it straight in. And yes, as you can see, the money is dropping really fast. You wouldn't have thought it would cost so much. It's like we're paying for bottled water in a tanker. That is essentially what the price is there. Really expensive. Very nice stream though. Thinking about it, there is a stream, well, more like a ditch actually, just over here, which we possibly could fill up from, seeing as the trigger is so high up. So we're going to have to try it. But first of all, let's unload this. This will be dead easy. Oh, that gate may well open outwards. Yes, it does. But that is fine. So this is the water trough just here. We will fill it up, or at least top it up. It should take it all. I can't see why it wouldn't do. Okay, 21% left. So, let's head back to the water source once again, but hopefully this time we're going to be just literally going out the yard. Just out of this gate, and we should be able to fill it up that way. We're just going to have to test it. Obviously if the trigger is too high, or too low, then we're not going to be able to do this, but in theory, we could pump out of here. Can't see because of the trees. Yeah, here. Wait for it to say refill. Really should work. No, it doesn't seem to. Not to worry, let's go back over to where we were before and we'll fill it up once again. At least it's local. Maybe it has to be a certain depth or size, otherwise you could empty it, I suppose. Yeah, emptying the stream. So again, getting charged an extortionate amount of money for some natural water. Hopefully as well, because there's going to be quite a bit of time between the last time we sold wool and this time, the price is going to go up, and possibly there could even be a great demand. If there's going to be a great demand within the time period of fast forwarding, we're going to stop and sell what we've got, because otherwise, you know, we're missing out on a good deal. So that is the plan. Now we're all sorted, we're ready to finally fast forward. I know it's been a while, but we have had to prepare. We can't have them running out of water or food halfway. The production rate would just, you know, die off. It'd be terrible. So let's position this over near the trough so we can just top it up as well later on. We then need to position the skid steer loader and also the compact tractor. In fact, yeah, maybe the compact tractor should fit to this. I think it should do. We'll load up the wool with the skid steer loader and put the case tractor on the transport trailer. We do, after all, have to have a fairly big tractor. Well, not big, but just not a compact tractor on the trailer. So yeah, hopefully this fits to it. Should do. Hello, sheep. I wonder if they've reproduced yet. I wonder if we've actually got another one out of it. Maybe we've had a lamb. We're going to have to check. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. How many did we have? How many did we buy? Was it 120? Yes, I think 3 have been produced. Pretty good. Right, let's shut the gate. Otherwise they are going to run away. Bring the trailer around, and then the time will be here. The trailer should be under the lean-to. Is it a lean-to? Kind of. Not really. But yes, here it is. We are all set. Good news. We're going to be making some money for once. So, yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about this. I'm amazed. I didn't think I would be, but no. Just because we're actually going to make some decent money out of sheep. For once. It's just good. Also, we're going to be driving up the ramp with the skid steer. So we're not going to load off the side. That means it's going to stay here. Let's lower it down a bit. Turn the engine off. Jump into the skid steer. And then speed up time. You can't speed up time in a tractor, it seems, so prepare to be amazed. Is that full? Is 4 sacks full? Possibly. Yes, I think it is. %, right. That's good. What we have to do is press left control and R. This is a mod, by the way. The new pallet has spawned. You can see, look at that. That's 2 full pallets, 3 full pallets. Wow. The days are passing. The nights are passing. Oh, great demand. Oh, great demand. We can't let this opportunity pass us by. Hopefully it doesn't run out. I did skip a lot of time then, so... does it tell you the time remaining? Look at that! Look at the price! £7,116 per 1,000 litres, I guess, so 2,000 litres in each one. Oh, this is good. Sorry, chicken. Just casually running over you. This should fill the trailer anyway, because if we're taking the skid steer loader with us, it's going to take up a fair bit of space. Now, maybe we should side load. We're sort of wasting space like this. Let me just think about it. Yes, I have decided to side load. It's just going to make it so much easier. Plus we should, in theory, be able to get the skid steer loader on here too. Obviously if we can't do, we're just going to have it on follow me. Either way, we do need it, so we've got to be fairly careful about the way we think of this. Look at that chicken just walking over the trailer. It's a good job this is a skid steer loader. I can turn the spot, because I haven't really left enough space. Okay. We now have more space, which means we should be able to fit it on. Good. We have 2 more to take, which will equate to another 4,000 litres, which is a lot of money basically. But I hope I didn't skip too much time, because otherwise this Great Demand is actually going to finish. That would just be our luck if it finished just before we got there. But it shouldn't do. It really shouldn't. It does last for 12 hours, which is quite a long time. Good. And the final sack, or the final pallet, I was hoping to do more, but obviously, like I say, before this Great Demand came along, we had to take it really. We couldn't just let it pass us by. That would have been fairly silly. Actually, hang on. Green. Pretty sure that isn't Great Demand. I think we've already missed it. Blue is Great Demand. Oh well, it's still a good price. Now you can't actually strap on with this trailer, so we are going to have to be extra careful. Maybe I can fit the tines through. It may work. Whoa! Crazy driver. Yeah, look at that. It's actually registering 2 pallets as well. It's showing 4,000 litres. Slight concern. It might fly off if it's actually in there, so yeah, hope for the best. That ramp should now fold up. And it does fit perfectly. Look at that. Okay, over to the Artisan, which is our sell point. Not a bad haul. We should do this more often. I wonder how much feed and water they actually consumed. Let's just quickly see. Okay. Pretty much half of the food, and they've consumed a third of the water. Slow and steady, and we should get there in one piece, hopefully. But yes, when we get there, we're going to have to unload these manually, well, with the JCB. Obviously, we can't just go up there and expect them to randomly disappear, because the sell point is fairly tight. It's actually in the corner of a courtyard and then under a really narrow archway. So you definitely have to do it with the skid steer. And this is surprisingly feeling very heavy. I guess it's the skid steer on the back which is making it heavy. The wall sell point is, like I say, called the Artisan, and it is basically right at the bottom of the map, very close to the centre of the village. In fact, it could be the centre. So yeah, just keep going on this road if you don't know where it is, and then it is your next turning, pretty much your next turning on the right. Oh, that pallet just lifted up. How weird. One of these pallets isn't totally full. In fact, it's the one that lifted up. That is the only reason for all that is because we had to stop. But it turns out we probably didn't have to stop, as we'd missed the Great Demand anyway. But this is still going to be very impressive money. Okay, here we are. So, if we're going to unload off the side, we probably should be fairly strategic about the way we do this. So let's just pull forward. Stop there. Don't know why it's trying to auto unload, that's weird. And yes, putting the ramp down first does help. It's always been a help. Okay, now first of all let's go for a fairly full one. I think 3 of them are totally full, 100%. One must be about 90-70%. Let's go for this one here. try and align it first. Okay. Prepare to be amazed if I can actually get off the trailer. Okay, it should fall down. There we go. Okay, the sell point is here. It won't just sell instantly, it will start to disappear. The sacks will disappear individually. You can see the money is going up. Very fast. £14,843 from one pallet. Very impressive. Okay, pallet number 2. Again, this is full. It should be, in theory, the same price. Because time is in real time, so the price won't really be changing too often. Not sure why I'm so zoomed in. Weird. Okay, let's go for the less impressive one. Which is this one here. Take it round. Add it to the pile. So far we've got in total £51,524. This was definitely a good move to do. If we ever struggle for money again on a map, just buy loads of sheep, then speed up time. But make sure your withering's off, otherwise you're going to be killing yourself. Your farm will literally die before your eyes. And the final pallet. I'm amazed, we only got 4 pallets, but the amount of money is just astronomical. Let's go in cab view. There you go. You can see the massive stockpile of pallets in there. 2 sacks left. And we've sold. £75,810. Very good. So if you want me to do this again ever in the future, just let me know, and we will do. Let's just load this back onto the trailer. Obviously we need to go back. We actually can do that again, but I won't do it again today. We can speed up time as many times as we want to. Only problem is with it, obviously the crops are going to be ripe in no time. Off we go, back to the farm. Almost back, being very careful to keep seeing the skid steer in the mirror. Last thing I want for it is to fly off onto the road and then be lost forever. It is amazing how, without the straps, these vehicles do seem to stay in place very well, especially on this trailer. Maybe it does have like an auto-locking feature, without you even knowing, not too sure. Anyway, we are back, and this is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.